Let's start in a seated position. That was delicately landed, wasn't it? Not. So we'll use the sunlight that's pouring in through the windows. There's no sunlight. How come everywhere else has got heat waves except us? That's not fair. We went away last week and had one day of sunshine. The rest of it was a bit meh. Anyway, not complaining. It's probably too hot. So, into your nice seated posture. I had a bit of a nag in one of my classes today because we still, despite me shouting approval, we still tend to do this kind of slouching seated posture. So just address that every single time you have a moment in your head. Think about stacking your shoulders evenly, that your head isn't coming forward or back. Just kind of keep nagging yourself because it's really important to keep your posture on point. So we're going to take the arms out and we're just going to give ourselves a hug. Good evening. And then notice it's just me tonight. I don't know where Alexander is, but it was a no from him. So it's just you and I tonight, and we're far more important. So when you're hugging, just pull your shoulders towards the camera. So you're opening out between your back, between the shoulder blades. Just pull. Now we're going to do the opposite of that. We're going to go back, grasp your hands and just stretch. And again, realign so you're not coming forwards like a chicken. And lift your arms up at the back and stretch across your chest. Just do some general kind of all over stretches. I'm not theming it tonight. Relax. Now, look at our hands. We never stretch our fingers. We do the wrists occasionally, but fingers, just pull them back. You know, stretch open into the hand. Then bring it the other way and push it forward. So you're stretching the thumb. Then we do briefly red. Forwards, just gently stretching across the knuckle. Ring finger, right way back. Middle finger. Forwards, Peter Pointer. That one's Peter Pointer. Getting my nursery rhymes mixed up. Now, ring finger. Pull it back. Feel it in the back of the knuckle, but in the back of the hand as well. Push it forward. Ring finger. Push. And release. And just pull the fingers back and get into the wrist. And if you want to do an elbow stretch too, you can straighten the arm. Push down and into that lovely wrist stretch. Now when you're doing these stretches, get some nice breath work in. So. Change hands. Up. Pull it back. It doesn't matter where you pull it, because you're going to stretch one muscle or the other. Because your muscles work in pairs. So if you pull the finger back, you get a stretch through the front of the finger. If you bend it forwards and push down, you get a stretch into the knuckle and down the front of the finger. You could do circles to mobilize the knuckles. See, we don't look after our hands, do we? They're like feet, we just expect them to work when we want them to. Pull that finger back, that's going to give you a wrist stretch too. Forwards. Little finger, and if your hands feel a bit tense and stressed, do it again. Just press pause. Come back in a minute. And then press the hand back. And again, straight arm if you want. And a little bit more in the elbow and forearm. Forwards and stretch. Down into the wrist. And release. So we're just going to shrug and drop. Shoulder drops. Yes, please. Lift. Drop. Feel the tension. Dropping from your neck and shoulders. Exhale. One more. Then pick up your hands, place them on your shoulders and circle. So this stretches everything. Inside your shoulder joint, across the back of the neck and then into the chest as you roll them back. So this is a kind of mobilizing stretch. Just change the direction. Feel the loveliness. We're going to stretch the shoulders good and proper in a minute. As I said, if you've got a foam roller, get it out, or a cushion will work just as well when we come to that bit. Relax and take your hands and rest them on your knees. Now, chin to chest. Just hold and breathe deeply in through your nose. Exhale. Scan your body as you take a deep breath in. What happens? Feeling the ribs. Exhale. One more lovely deep breath. Using your exhale to do your stretching, bring your hands and walk them forwards. Now you can sit your hands one on top of the other, you can take them out separately, just drop your head. If you can, get your elbows somewhere near the floor. That's a lovely lower back stretch. Stretches across the glutes. Softly bring back up. Lovely. And then we're going to take one leg and we're just going to stretch into your hamstrings. We will do some stretches lying down in a minute. I promise it won't all be seated, but just kind of getting you to do different stretches in different postures to see how it feels. So if you feel okay with this stretch, if it isn't enough of a stretch, then you can go to the lying down position in a minute. But this is quite intense. Try and keep the back straight, try and lift a little bit further, and then make it into the Achilles by doing a point and a flex. And again, we're going to do that really nasty calf stretch in a minute with the foam roller. So again, these are kind of warm-ups to your stretches. And again, try and get that leg to be straight. If I look around classes quite a lot and we have this going on. So you're trying each week to get that leg to be straight. Drop it down. Let's go for the other one. If I go side on. Lift, and again, knock back into your spine. Sit up tall. Pull the leg towards you. Go where it really starts to stretch. And then breathe deeply. Once that stretch kind of eases off, which it always does, lift it and then pull your toes down towards you. Get into that Achilles. Stretch away, lock out the leg if you can. And then release it down into your butterfly seated. So first of all, every week, almost take a picture of yourself in this position, because your legs shouldn't be up here if your hips are nice and flexible. They should either be on the floor, mine will be one day, but in the meantime, use your body weight to get into that inner thigh stretch. So you're going to take a nice deep breath, and exhale as you press down into the inner thigh. That feels tight today. And just breathe. If you want to drop your chin to your chest. Inhale, exhale. I like to grab the toes and just allow the muscles of the groin to stretch by themselves. This is a time, so you need to stay here. Straighten your back. Just feel the tension easing off. Then gently release. As soon as you bring yourself back up, that feeling that tension disappears. Quick swig of water. Delicious warm water. Now, move the music out of the way. It's so peaceful, isn't it? Quite even. No, a tiny bit. What do you think? I could literally fall asleep. Okay. what we're going to do now is we're going to do some lovely relaxation breath work, because I do get complaints about not enough relaxation. So you want your cushion, bring your cushion behind your head, bring your hands down by your sides. We're just going to do 3 or 4 rounds of breath to relax your body. Now if you feel like you don't want your feet flat and your knees bent, you could go into a single butterfly, one leg straight. You can do both legs straight. Work with what works for you. So I'm quite comfortable in this position, but if you want to straighten your legs, then do. Hands sit on ribs. And this is basically a relaxation for your pelvic floor. So kind of go into that area in your head. There's no squeezing, no contracting. Take a short inhale. And a really long sigh, exhale. Inhale short. Long sigh, exhale. Pick up on the sounds that you can hear. And just let your muscles relax. Your feet should feel light. Your hands just gently resting on your ribs. 2 more rounds of nothing breath. Back into your space by maybe opening your eyes. Drop your hands to the floor behind you in a W shape. Bring your feet and knees together and just take your knees over to the left and your head to the right. And again, you want to land the legs so they're not hovering. And if you want to put your cushion under your legs or in between your knees, if that's more comfortable for you, then feel free. So this is a bit of stretch for the spine, a little bit of stretch for the obliques, and a lovely stretch for the IT band on the outside of your top leg. So try and bring those knees together. Now lose the tension in your arms. Remember the term, the wet noodle. Imagine you're a wet noodle. Just floppy, let the tension leave your body. Inhale, exhale. So just scan your body in this position, and is there any tightness anywhere still? Allow yourself, give yourself permission to relax in that place. Maybe it's here across your chest, maybe it's down in the side of that leg. One more deep inhale, long, long exhale. And softly and slowly pull your belly button into your spine. Lift your knees, gently does it. And then you take your knees over to the right. So you could just take them over and then go back into that upper body stretch. Both arms should be on the floor. And again, you're looking to the left with your knees to the right. Try and sit those knees together. And wet noodle. No tension in your face or your jaw. Allow your tongue to rest in the bottom of your mouth. Maybe your eyes are closed.
again. Any tension that you feel anywhere, let it go. Let your toes wiggle, your fingers wriggle. And then slowly, pulling your tummy in, lift your knees back up. Beautifully done. So we're now going to just gently take a hold of our legs, roll ourselves up, and come over onto all fours. Now, if you've got a cushion, you can use a cushion. If you've got a foam roller, you can use a foam roller. I'm going to use the foam roller just because I've got one, and I may as well, and you can then see whether you want to get one or not. Yes, you do. So, we're going to put the foam roller on the left side of your body, and your right hand is going to sit on the foam roller. If you've got a cushion, do the same thing. You want some height under your hand. And you're slowly going to come down to the floor. You can push your foam roller away, you can push your cushion away. And we're going to do that shoulder stretch. This is beautiful. If you find this uncomfortable, adapt it. Tuck your toes under. So what you're going to do is stay here. We're going to do the breathing. The inhale, short inhale, deep, short inhale, long exhale. Take a breath. If you want to, you can take this hand and place it on your lower back. You can do the extra neck stretch by looking up. It just increases the whole thing. You're going to make sure you're going to make your feet, bring your head back. There's a lot of muscles there. If you haven't got a foam roller or a cushion, your hand can just be on the floor and you can lean a bit more into that shoulder on the right. Gently bring the hand back down. Bring yourself up. And then you're going to transfer your foam roller or your cushion to the other side. I'm going to bring myself a bit nearer. Got a bit loud now. I swear these things turn themselves up. Hand on the roller, throw it away, drop your head. And really go into the area that you're stretching. So right under your shoulder blade, into the shoulder. And then you've got the option of losing the arm and the option of taking your head and looking up. Bring your hand down, come back up. And this is the most important thing you can do with, as far as foam rollers are concerned. They are magnificent for stretching out where all this tension is held. So I'm going wide knees. If you have knee issues, put a cushion underneath the back of your legs. That will take some of the stress out of the knee. But your foam roller, honestly, worth every penny of this neck stretch. You're going to drop your hands. If you haven't got a roller, just take your hands out onto the floor. Now look at the depth. Look where I can go. Whereas if I was on the floor, my face would be on the floor now. So you can hang here and breathe into your spine, breathe into your back. You can even drop your head down to stretch deeper into the shoulders. So this also gets into muscles called your lats. So the lats are muscles down your sides. This is a wonderful way of stretching them. Take your time here. And then you want to go kind of wet noodle, so you can allow your elbows to come down. They can rest on the foam roller, or you can just rest them on the floor. Resting child's pose, no tension. If you want to bring your hands down by your sides and allow your back to open, your spine to release, and tension in your feet, in your ankles, deep deep breath. If you feel a bit claustrophobic here, move your head to one side. And then softly bring your hands underneath you. Press up. Now, this is where the foam roller isn't quite so nice, but it's still a great stretch. Again, you can use a cushion. I'm going to use the foam roller just because. So, we're going to take the stretch into your calf, into your ankles by sitting firmly on that foam roller, on your toes. This takes a toe stretch to another level. You can do toe stretches with a band, but you ain't going to get nothing like that. If you've got a cushion, put the cushion onto the feet. Shall I turn it around so you can see? So there's your feet, and you sit on those toes, practically breaking them. It's a great stretch. It's a really lovely way of stretching into your Achilles. Then we change it, we come forwards, and you pop your feet down, and it's a shin stretch into the shins. You can do a bit of leaning back if you want a bit more from the quads, or you can just stay here and stretch out the front of your leg. Take some breaths. Take the tension out of your feet. It's horrible if you've got all of your body weight on there, but it's a great feeling when you release. So come forwards. Let's do one more of each. Toes tuck under. Foam roller can move a bit further back if you want it to. Breathe. Relax your face. Quite uncomfortable on the toes, but again, the minute you stop, all that stretching disappears. Come forwards. Toes underneath. Place that foam roller into the ankle and then sit on it. If you want to take your hands behind, do a little bit of this. Whatever works for you. The birds singing in this music. And gently release. Take yourself off the foam roller. Pop your foam roller out of the way. Now, coming forwards, we're going to lie on our fronts and just bring one hand forward. So we need to stretch every muscle. There's no point just doing the major ones. We need to get all the insertions. We need to get the tendons if we can. So we're going to do the quad stretch. If you don't like doing quad stretches on your front, you find it too aggressive, just lie on your side, pick up your leg and stretch that way. So head down, again, just for good posture of the neck. Knees sit together, and you're going to just gently pull that foot into your bottom and push your hip down into the floor. Feel the length on the quad. This gets all of it. You've got your foot in your bum and your hip on the floor. Just breathe. And then softly release. Bring your left hand through, drop your right hand back, pick up that foot. Again, just grab it as much as you can. If you can't reach, put a band round and hold the band. And then just check that your hips are level with the floor. And push your heel into your bum, push your hip into the floor. Deep breath. Softly. Beautifully done. Hands under, come on up. So into your lovely all fours posture, Just want you to do some circles. Stretch out the wrist again. Just make them really gentle, really soft. And change the direction. Come back into centre, take a lovely deep breath. So, straight back. Now, options. For people that don't like tabletop stretches, you always have just the arm, or just the leg, or just the leg. They're your options. Or, if you want to, you can go across and in. Now close your eyes as you reach away from you. Make sure the hips are level, spirit level on your bum. Again, I'm not going to do the mean one tonight where you take your toes off the floor, because it's stretch and relax. It's not stretch and give yourself a hard time. Reach. So again, it could be just an arm line to stretch into the mats. It could be just a leg line. Two more. Last one. Now, come back. Take your left leg behind you and drop it over the back of your right foot. Then you're going to take your face and look over your right shoulder and just push your left hip left. It's a lovely little hip stretch opener. Bit of rotation into the side of your face and neck. Come back to centre. Bring the leg in. Slide the other one out and lift it up. Try not to curve or C-shape your back. Drop the leg over to the left. Look over your left shoulder. Push your right hip right. Stretch a little bit in the waist. A little bit on the back of the foot. Elbows are soft, don't overlock your arms. And inhale as you bring it back in. Now we're going to go into our down dog. Downward facing dog is beautiful, even though nobody likes it. Let me come around that way. Got a bit more light. So when you come into your downward facing dog, try not to not think about your heels. The end of this is that you get your heels on the floor. So a little tip is to bring your hands a bit closer to your knees, so that when you come up, you can push your heels down into the floor. And you can spend some time just paddling, pressing the heel into the floor, encouraging that already stretched Achilles. Should have a bit of mobility here. And then press both heels into the floor. Softly down. Nice. Just sit back onto your heels. Let your body kind of relax, because we're going to do it one more time. Think about maybe the wrists kicking off a bit. Go with where it feels tense, and then we'll deal with that when we've done the second downward dog. So, put your trousers up in case you're falling down. Hands near your knees. Take a deep breath. And then, can you have contact? Is there contact with your heel, your Achilles? Great stretch for the hamstring, glutes. Now let your head hang. Let your spine stretch. And then softly come down onto those knees. Sit back onto your heels, elbows to the floor. Just stop here, bring your hands through, rest your head. again, it's a kind of squashed child's pose. And try and breathe into your back here. So when your knees are together, there's nowhere for all this to go, so you have to breathe into your back. So we kind of come back into that position. Now breathe. Really send the oxygen right in, down into the lungs, so opening into the back of the rib cage. So nice. Gently come on up. Lovely. Bring yourself round. Come on back down into your lying down posture. Now, if you have a foam roller, again, I'm going to get you to get it. If you've got a cushion, just put a cushion underneath your back. So the foam roller is going to come underneath me. I can reach the end. If you've got a cushion, it's kind of not as good because the cushions go flat, but at least your pelvis will be up a little bit. So, you know, maybe 2 cushions if you've got time to go and get one. I wouldn't worry too much. If you haven't got anything, feet flat, knees bent, just hold the postures that we're going to do without anything underneath you. Hands resting on your roller, just pick up one leg. And then circle. So you could do this on the floor. Opening out the hips because we're going to do some inner thigh stretches. Just making it a bit more mobile. Just feel the loveliness, the silky smooth circles that you do with that hip. Kind of think about how still the pelvis is. It shouldn't be rocking or moving. Bring that leg back down to the floor. Pick the other one up. Nice straight leg. Circle. I think hip circles might be one of my favourite moves in Pilates / stretch. It just feels easy, which has got to be a good thing. Change the direction. And then we're going to go into our inner thigh stretch, which with your bum up is quite something. So bring your feet in, hug them if you like, give them a little squish, then bring them up. So again, you could have your bum on the floor for this. It's just a little different way of doing things. Take your hands, put them in your inner thighs, and then go as wide as you can. If it's there, that's fine. Use your hands and encourage just a little bit more. If that's where you're going, hands a little bit more till your ankles are on the floor. Whoa! Now once you're in this posture, shut your body down, let it relax. Those inner thighs feel like they're wires, don't they? Feel like they're really tight. So you've got to relax. Such a magnificent stretch. Now bring the legs slowly. You might want to help them back up, they might be stuck. Soles of the feet come together. Hands on ankles. Again, you can do this on the floor. Just chin to chest gives you a stretch in the back of your neck. Hands on elbows. No. Hands on ankles. Elbows on knees. I really had to think about that. Take a breath. Exhale, push into the knees. Inhale. Push into the knees. Now remember, go into your pelvic floor here. Think about the immense relaxation your pelvic floor has here. I know I bang on about pelvic floor, but I think if I spoke to you all individually and you were really honest, a lot of us need pelvic floor work. So this here is rehab for your pelvic floor, especially with your bum up. You've got gravity going
the other way. There's no pressure on your pelvic floor. So spend as much time as you can, get yourself a foam roller and do this relaxation breath. No squeezing, it's not Kegel work, no tension, no gripping, just here. 3 more fabulous rehab pelvic floor breaths. Together. Honestly, please take time to consider your pelvic floor muscles because they are very important. So I'm just strangling myself in my t-shirt here. Right, now, next one, which we haven't done for a while, so I haven't had the foam roller out, is this hip flexor stretch, which is again perfect for rubbish posture, but you need to be high. So you could get a book, nice big sturdy book, put your cushion on that. That's going to give you some height if you haven't got one of these, or 2 pillows underneath you to give you that height. You can do it on the floor today if you haven't got anything. It will still give you a stretch, it's just not as intense as it is up here. So you grab one leg, you lift the other up into the air, flex your foot, and hugging this knee, you lower this one. Now, if the foam roller is high enough, there's no way without bending your knee that that foot can touch the floor. So it stretches in here, into your hip flexor. Now, grab your right hand, put it onto your foot and pull your foot towards you. And then you do nothing. Allow the leg to drop as low as it can without bending. Don't bend your leg because that's going to take away from the stretch. It needs to be long and straight. Gently pick it up. Hug that right leg. Lengthen up through the left. Toes towards you. Lower the left leg. Down it goes. Right, left hand, right foot. Put it across. So this is all off. This is switched off completely. This one is where the stretch is at. And just hold it there. And breathe. It starts to shake. That's a good thing. It means your muscles are lengthening. Gently bring it back. Now place both feet to the floor. So again, we've got lots and lots of different ailments, and one of the most popular things we have on in classes is weak or damaged lower back. So if you've got a back issue here, I would just do the arm line, depending on how high you are. If you've got no cushion or no foam roller, carry on, because it isn't going to put any pressure on your back. So we're kind of extended, spine is in extension up here. So I'm going to take a nice deep breath and just exhale as you take the arms back. And then rest them. So there's no tension on your arms whatsoever. And this is going to open all of the muscles up through your torso. You've got your lats here, the muscles in between the rib cage, all switched off. Now breathe deeply into your rib cage. Can it expand and then exhale? Now, if you feel your back is fine and there's no issue with it whatsoever, you can add one leg slide and then the other. And you only stay here if this feels okay for you. If it starts to hurt, any pain whatsoever, just bring the legs back in. And if you're just straight on the floor, this is a lovely way to open the abdominals, to give you a little abdominal stretch. You want to get your hips and hip flexors into the stretch as well. Arms are here. Let's go to sleep. Gently bring your awareness back in, slide your legs back. That should kind of take any weird back feelings out when you bring the legs up. Then bring the hands over, drop them down. Bingo, job done. Now, we're going to squeeze the bum, lift it off the roller, slide your roller out from underneath you. Say goodbye, don't need it now. And then roll your spine back down to the floor. Nice. Take a breath, then grab your left leg. So we're going to walk our hands up the leg and we're going to stretch that hamstring just as we did at the beginning of the class in the seated posture. But this should be an easier stretch for everyone. So you want to hold that leg. I would grab it, same arm, same leg, and then use your opposite to straighten your knee. Breathe and smile. Softly drop the leg. Pick up the left, right. Pull that leg towards you. Again, same arm, same leg, other hand on knee. You want to get rid of any little slight bump in that leg. You want to straighten it, then drop your head down. Relax your jaw, your face. Gently bring that leg down. Bring your feet to lie on the floor. Bring your hands out by your sides. Take a nice deep breath. So we're going to roll up through our spines. If you want to take your arms right behind you, feel free. It's quite nice to have them just in a W shape. So you want to bring your feet as close to your bottom as possible to give you more height. You could put your feet on your foam roller and roll up and down. That would be quite nice too. Now I want you to really relax on the way down. So you take a breath. Exhale, push your back into the floor. Gently squeeze your bum and roll up. And as you come up, take your neck and try and squish it down into the floor. Inhale. And then exhale as you roll your spine back down to the floor. And then roll back. Now it's your back, it's your spine. Do what feels nice. Push the back in. Gentle squeeze of the bum. When you come to here, pull your chin down into your chest. Feel the tension in the front of your thighs. Just relax, relax. Slowly roll down. Exhale, one more. Push your lumbar spine into the floor. Press it in. Tilt the pelvis. Also great pelvic floor work. I will shut up. Inhale. And then exhale as you roll back down. And gently bring your arms up. Grab those knees, lower back, release. Close your eyes. Roll your knees. Make your spine feel heavy as you roll around. Back the other way.
melts into the floor and back to center. Softly take your hands behind your legs and slowly roll up. Come round to the front, sort your t-shirt out, sort your hair out, and relax. Close your eyes. Just drop your left ear to your left shoulder. And bring your chin down towards your chest. Take your right ear over to your right shoulder. And take your head back. And roll your left ear to your left shoulder. What I'm going to get you to do is bring your chin into your chest and hold. Then straighten your spine, leave your chin tucked in, bring your hands up, place them on the back of your head, and just press. Release, bring your head back up, bring your hands in front. One final stretch coming forwards. Reach into your hands. See after your class whether you're any more flexible, whether you can get your elbows to the floor. Chin to chest. Slowly walk back. What is now 7 of the clock. As we used to say in Shakespeare's time, 7 of the clock. I doubt they used to say that. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Hands under hearts. Put some love in. Put the top on. Think of someone you want to give it to. Someone who needs a bit of extra love. I know it's not COVID anymore, but we can still give love where it's needed. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Whoosh. Down and round. Give yourselves a mighty big clap.